Modern Warfare 2 has been with us for a little over a week now, and I believe I have found the best and easiest way to get your launchers in that glorious platinum camo. It's a very easy process, so why don't we begin? There are going to be three main game modes that we're going to utilize in order to get our launchers platinum. I will go into some more detail later on, but for now, these game modes are as follows: Invasion, Ground War, and Hardpoint. This is where we are going to spend the majority of our time, so let's jump straight in to the Joker. Now, for the Joker, we're going to jump straight into Invasion and fire at pretty much anything. Anything that moves, lock on and shoot at it. We need as much XP as possible in order to level these up. Now, one of the key things to shoot at are these helicopters here that drop off troops. If you can time it right and blow up the helicopter with the troops still inside, it will net you a massive amount of XP. It's rare, but you never know. The other key thing to shoot at is obviously kill streaks. However, with the Joker, and you will see this a lot, with the Joker, you have to time it right. The rocket takes so incredibly long to reach its height before it starts dropping back down. The thing you're shooting at is likely already gone. So my tip is just focus on those helicopters dropping off troops. It'll make life much easier for you, and you don't have to stress about missing kill streaks. Those are for later. And also rip to this guy. Now, once you have got your Joker to level 40, it is time to get kills. It can be a bit tedious with the Joker because it has to lock on, which takes 3 seconds first. But there is a tactic that I have found works. Hop into Invasion or Ground War, but my preference is Invasion. And run to pretty much any long line of sight that connects you from your spawn to the enemy spawn. Reason being is people like to sit there sniping the entire time, so you can rack up those 40 kills quite easily. And once you've done those 40 kills, you'll be able to get those, I believe it's 2 kills without dying, nice and easily. Obviously, it can be very tedious and it will be frustrating at times, but just keep going. It'll be done in no time. So, next up we have the Peeler. This one is going to be a bit more straightforward, but also, in my opinion, a bit more annoying. It doesn't do enough damage to shoot down those transport vehicles, so what we're going to do is focus on kill streaks. The kill streaks we're going to focus on are UAVs and counter UAVs. Anything other than that, it just doesn't have the firepower to blow them up quick enough. So that's what we're going to focus on. If you see a UAV, shoot it. If you see a counter UAV, shoot it. Other than that, there are a couple other ways that we can go, which is what we're going to discuss next. If you want, feel free to sit in Invasion or Ground War, but if you don't want to do that because you're bored or otherwise, we're going to move into Hardpoint. So, Hardpoint is very beneficial. Tons of people call in UAVs as normal, so you can get the XP from those, but once your gun's leveled up, you'll be able to benefit from people. You need those 40 kills, and we can now utilize other game modes like Hardpoint because we no longer need to lock on in order to kill anything. We can just spawn in, sprint to the hardpoint, sit back, do what we need to do, and wait for somebody to show up, and then blow them up. That's pretty much it. It's just going to be rinse, repeat. Do that over and over and over until you kill people. The only exception to that rule is the one that we're moving on to now. This is the Strela. The Strela is annoying. It doesn't do anywhere near enough damage to anything. You have to either hit what you're shooting at directly, such as people, or shoot them directly in the toes. And I mean blow their toenails off. If you don't, you're not going to kill them. The splash damage is awful. But if you can hit those direct hits or hit them somewhat close, you will be just fine. So once you've got your 40 kills, obviously all of this will translate into getting those 2 kills without dying as well. Just play a bit more defensive and get those 2 kills. Once you've done that, we can move on to the RPG. So now we can move on to what is, at least in my opinion, the most fun launcher to use. It has the most damage, is most reliable, and doesn't really have any negatives other than the fact that the rocket is slow and has a very, very, very annoying bug that you'll see right here. For whatever reason, the RPG doesn't like to kill things sometimes. You will hit them directly or right behind them and it will just do nothing. It should, but it doesn't. So that's a very annoying bug at the moment, but I'm sure that will be patched by the time a lot of you guys do this. And if not, it doesn't happen too often, but you will run into it at some point. But this is the same as the Strela and the Pila. Just run around, get those kills, and then once you've done your 40 kills and you need those 2 kills without dying, just play a bit more defensive until you get it done. A very useful thing to equip now is the ammo box field upgrade. This won't be much use now because we can just kill ourselves to get more rockets, but it will come in handy for the Platinum Challenge. It's easy to replenish this way instead of killing ourselves for the ammo. Now it's time to tackle the Platinum Challenge. We're going to go into Ground War and we're going to equip the Spotter perk. This will highlight enemy score streaks, equipment, and all that good stuff. Equip it to a custom perk package or just use the Hunter preset. I was about to lose my will to live. The Platinum Challenge was so annoying for a couple main reasons. The RPG and the Pila just don't do any damage, neither does the Strela. So it's really difficult to find things to blow up. The RPG, what we're going to do is we're going to focus on small vehicles such as quad bikes or cars and enemy equipment. All of these count towards getting it done. As you can see on screen, destroying vehicles is just a no-go. Well, any large vehicle at least. Destroying things like quad bikes, as you're going to see here in just a second, is no problem for this one. So just focus on small vehicles and enemy equipment. Everything but field upgrades count towards it, so any lethals or tacticals would do. Now, that's not to say you can't blow up larger vehicles such as tanks. You just have to be in the right place at the right time. Try shooting it with your main gun first, but hopefully your teammates have done enough damage to it and you just fire one shot and it blows up. But I wouldn't count on it. So let's move on to the Strela. This one is better than the RPG. It can reliably shoot at UAVs in the sky. What you want to do is line up these 3 dots, they're pointed here, to the cockpit of the UAV. Aim a little bit ahead and fire. It's not 100% accurate, but it is about 70% of the time. The other thing that you can do, which I found to be better, was to land on a rooftop, wait for them to fly overhead, aim slightly in front, and then fire. You can do both, but I just found this method to be the better one for me. But whichever way you get it done is fine. You need to destroy 25 kill streaks or other related things, such as lethals and stuff like that, much like the RPG. But I would just focus on UAVs for this one. Now, one thing that I did figure out is that the transport vehicles that drop off troops in Invasion do actually count towards blowing up enemy kill streaks for the Platinum Challenge. Again, I wouldn't do it on anything else other than the Javelin, because everything else just doesn't do enough damage. You can easily kill the troops inside, but it just won't blow up the vehicle. So if it's the Javelin, sure, do it. If not, just focus on UAVs or equipment. The other thing to note, I didn't kind of mention how to do the Platinum Challenge for lock-on launchers because it's fairly self-explanatory. Just sit there, wait for UAVs, count UAVs and kill streak, and get it done. It's as simple as that for the lock-on launchers. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. In my opinion, that is the easiest and fastest way to get Platinum launchers done. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and let me know what guides you want next. Yeah, that's it, guys. Take care. Bye for now.